All right. I'm here. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich. Just 5 minutes or so late, been, hustling. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my laptop plugged in. Where you? Charger. Big up to everybody, man. Big up to everybody in the house right about now. So disorganized right now, but your boy is back in the building. How's everybody doing today, man? Oh, Supreet says Liverpool annihilated Sheffield. No, bro. I don't think so. We're going to get into all these games right now. We're going to get into all the games. Hello to everybody. How are you feeling? How are you doing? My prediction for that Liverpool-Sheffield game, 2-0 to Liverpool. The one, Man United, Chelsea, 0-0. Got that one right. I didn't get a lot of them right, but I think I got the most important ones actually spot on. So I do feel good about that. So how's everybody feeling, man? How's everybody feeling? I'm about to upload a YouTube shorts of the Liverpool Sheffield United game. I'm doing an experiment, 1 minute. But the videos actually take a longer time to actually get right because it's not easy to pack your thoughts into 1 minute. You see what I'm saying? And then you gotta when you try to upload it, it's over a minute. So you have to actually get it concise there. So I'm uploading that one. So whenever you guys have some time, make sure you go and check that out. But how's everybody feeling today, man? Oh my God, what a day. I had a long day at work, man. I had a really, really long day at work and I'm all over the place, man. Today's like the last day for me to do my car inspection, and then I have a check engine light, and then I crashed my car on Friday. So it's like I need a new car. So that's what I probably have to do. I have to get not a brand new, but a used car this week, like a pre-owned used car, like a really almost new used car. So that's what's going on with me right about now. So, guys, let's get into today's fixtures, man. Let's not delay. Let's start today's episode and let's get into the fixtures. We had some good games and we had some very unpredictable results as well because, some of these I didn't expect Arsenal to smash up Leicester like that. Seriously. And there was another shock result. That Spurs-Burnley game, I never expected that. And as I said about Leeds United, every time I predict them to win, they lose. I predict them to lose, they win. So, you know what I mean? I don't know what is going on with Leeds United, man. Leeds United need to get their act together, like seriously. So let me just bring up the predictions here that I made. And I did write up a summary for the for the Man City game. And I will get a little deeper into that one. So, hello to everybody in the house, man. How are you guys feeling? Let's get this thing going. So, the first game that we're going to start with, let's start with something a little easy. West Brom won. Well, this wasn't that easy, but West Brom won, Brighton 0. What a game, man. If you guys have anything to add on this game, please make sure you leave it in the chat because I'm not going to remember everything. Remember that, guys. I can't remember every single detail in every game, so make sure to help me out a bit by leaving some very, very insightful comments. That always helps. So, look, West Brom won, Brighton 0. Kyle Bartley with an 11-minute headed goal from a corner. That was his third goal of the season. He's a defender, and that's really important that he's been contributing so much. And Conor Gallagher's second assist this season. But this scoreline didn't tell the true story of the match because, look, Brighton dominated this game. Again, Brighton once again dominated another game and still did not win. And not that they even went on to get a draw. They lost the game. And it's a controversial game where Brighton scored after Lee Mason blew his whistle to allow Lewis Down to take the free kick. And while the ball is traveling into the back of the net, he blew the whistle again. And then he said that, oh, look, I blew the whistle. And then he awarded the goal. And then they took back the goal. And then they had to retake the free kick. It was just a comedy of errors. in that match when it comes to the referees. I swear, and I've been talking about this for a long time, these Premier League referees don't know what they're doing. They absolutely don't know what they're doing, man. You see what I'm saying? They don't know what's going on. And that is a big blunder. And we will get to another one because another one happened in the Chelsea-Manchester United game where a handball could have been called. And according to Luke Shaw, just because the referee felt that it could cause some drama, he said that, he's not going to give the penalty. So it's a weird, it's just a weird season we're having, man. These referees, I swear, don't know what's going on. They absolutely don't know what's going on, man. You know what I mean? So, Brighton, West Brom. Big 3 points for Sam Allardyce. He has never lost to Brighton, so that record stays put. But for Brighton, man, the last game against Crystal Palace, they had that game to pick up 1 point. And they lost the ball late in the match, and Christian Benteke did the rest. And in this game against West Brom, it was their game to win. Look, even though they conceded that early goal, they had the better chances because in the 19th minute, Pascal Gross got a penalty, which he stepped up and hit the crossbar. And I'm like, oh my God. And to make matters worse, in the 75th minute, they got another penalty where Welbeck stepped up and he hit the upright. The ball came back, hit him. So he wasn't able to actually score like that because the ball has to actually hit the keeper before he could put in the rebound. But if it hit the post, he can't put it in. Somebody else has to put it in. And there was a whole lot of chances, man. You know what I mean? I think Aaron Connolly had like a sitter to put in. And they just kept missing, man. I think at one time Lallana had one. And they just keep blasting the ball over. And they find themselves dragged back into the relegation scrap. You see what I'm saying? Because right now, you check the table, they are 16th. They're 16th. Well, let me refresh this thing really quick. Let me make sure I got the right stats here. Yeah, they're 16th with 26 points with only goal difference separating them from Newcastle, who did pick up a point over the weekend. But over their last 4 games, though, Brighton, 2 draws and 2 losses, have not been very, very lucky. I'm not saying they have not been playing good football, but they haven't been lucky. If we go and we check the West Brom Brighton game, you check the amount of shots Brighton got off. 15 shots, 71% of the ball, 6 on target, and you cannot score. They need somebody clinical up top. They have so many strikers, a Connolly, a Mupay, they have Welbeck, they have a guy by the name of Zakiri, and I'm probably missing 1 or 2 of these other guys. But they're architects of their own demise right now. And this is a big 3 points for Sam Allardyce's West Brom, who are heading upwards because with that 3 points, they have 17 points. They're only 6 points behind Fulham. 6 points behind Fulham, and they are 9 points behind Brighton and Newcastle. So with a good run of form, picking up two wins and 2 draws, a next win, maybe a loss in between. In the next 7 games, who knows? We might see West Brom in the region where a Newcastle, let's say Burnley, Southampton, who have been horrible lately, they could be right up there fighting for survival. It is not over yet for West Brom. Maybe we could say it's over for Sheffield United, who have lost their last 4 games, and they're still on 11 points, lost today to Liverpool. But West Brom and Fulham seems like they're fighting. West Brom unbeaten in their last 3 with 2 draws and a win. That's a big 5 points. And for Fulham, they have not lost any of their last 5 matches. So, and I think that could go on to maybe 6, but we will get to Fulham. So, big 3 points for West Brom, man. So, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this first game that we're talking about right now? West Brom 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. The battle of the Albions. West Bromwich Albion, Brighton and Hove Albion. I don't know what's going on. Really, really don't know what's going on with Brighton, man. West Brom haven't been playing that well at home, so that would be a big morale boosting win. And they would start to, it would instill that belief that they could actually survive. You see what I'm saying? Mathematically, they're not relegated. So, of course, they're going to believe. So, big up to everybody in here right about now, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate everybody in here right now. Yeah, we have Triller saying Ryan is streaming right now with Demo and Jersey Boy. Yeah, everybody wants to stream at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to stream at the same time. We have probably Copish streaming, Anfield Agenda streaming. Who else? Everybody wants to stream at the same time. But that's what it is, man. That's the game right now. People have a lot of time on their hands these days, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. So big up to everybody who's in here right now. You know, if you're coming through and then you're leaving, you're coming. Appreciate everybody in here right about now. So Adam Samble is saying weird game for Brighton. Definitely a weird game. Big up to Selection in the house. He says Brighton should have won that. Definitely should have. But I said they deserve to lose the game after what happened. And after watching the Graham Potter's post-match interview, he said, yeah, you know, there was a situation with the whole Lee Mason incident where he messed up and maybe Brighton should have got the goal. But who knows? Maybe they would have conceded another one. We don't know. But Graham Potter said the fact that we missed 2 penalties doesn't really help the cause, right? Like, we want to talk about the fact that Lee Mason messed up. But what about the 2 penalties that we didn't take? You see what I'm saying? So, there you go. I think West Brom, they weren't great in the match, but I think they managed the game a lot better than some previous matches. And their defense have been a lot better since guys like Yokuzlu came in who did hands the ball there for that first penalty. Since Maitland-Niles came in. Maitland-Niles had a good chance that he didn't take. They had their chances that they didn't take as well. So, but who's complaining? I don't think they're complaining. They got 3 points. You know, Big Sam is over the moon about that. You see what I mean? So look, we won't linger too much on that one. So for West Brom, they're 19th. They got 17 points. For Brighton, they're 16th. They got 26 points. So before, we thought it was, you know, clear who's going down. We thought it was going to be Sheffield, West Brom, and Fulham. But now, at this moment in time, we don't know. We really don't know. It could be Newcastle. And that would be really sad for the Newcastle fans. And, I mean, you know, that Newcastle are a big Premier League team historically. So the Premier League would lose one of their heavyweights as well. So, but it will, listen, they're responsible for their own demise. Remember that. So we shouldn't be out here feeling sorry for these teams because they have transfer windows. They have, you know, they have the various coaching personnel and everything. And a transfer window even came in, as I said, where they could have reinforced their team. So look, we're not gonna be out here complaining for these teams, okay, and making excuses. So for West Brom, their next game will be against Everton this Thursday. That's a winnable game because we know Everton, they win one, they might lose one, they might draw one. And even though they have been good this season, solid this season, I should say, that's a winnable game for West Brom. Then they have Newcastle, Crystal Palace, Chelsea. They could at least pick up some more points in these games, and it could get interesting, really interesting, really fast in about, 2 weeks' time. So for Brighton, they play Leicester at home, and then they have Southampton, Newcastle, and then Man United. It's the same for them. There's a couple games in there where they could pick up some points and inch ever so closer to safety. But, it's so unpredictable, man. That's the thing about the Premier League. So freaking unpredictable. And I don't even know why I do predictions sometimes. I'm watching the game sometimes and I'm like, oh my God, I should stop doing predictions because I messed up. You see what I'm saying? Like I predicted the Tottenham Burnley game to end in a draw, and I'm like, God damn. Tottenham smashed Burnley out of the park, man. They hit them for a big home run. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. But for the United game, I did get that one right. The United Chelsea, I got it right. So then it gives you that motivation to be like, oh, okay. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. But big up to everybody in here, man. Big up to everybody in here. So Thriller said, whenever you predict us to get destroyed, we win. So keep predicting, please. Yeah, that's the other thing. I predicted Arsenal to lose their game. They won their game. But I did predict that one on merit, though. Leicester were playing some very, very good football. But Arsenal, I think that they took that momentum from the midweek game into this game. And Leicester, the same happened for them after they lost their match, of course. We know that. We know that they got knocked out of the Europa League. So that's the thing. That's the thing. So what we're going to do, though, we're going to move on. But I want to talk about that exact game. That Arsenal, there's a lot of things I could continue talking about West Brom and Brighton. But we have a lot of games to go through here. We do. I don't want to bore you with West Brom and Brighton, you know what I mean? I think I touched on many things. Oh, before I move on, a player also made his Premier League debut. That's something very, very important to note. I like to give you guys value so you could walk away and be like, okay, I learned something new today. So a player by the name of Jakub Moder, who is a Polish youngster, he's 21 years old. He made his Premier League debut for Brighton and Hove Albion. And he didn't do too bad when he came on, though. He didn't look too bad. You know what I mean? So, okay, that's where I leave it. I'm not going to get sucked back into the Brighton West Brom game. I always do that. Not going to get sucked back in. But let's talk about this Leicester 1, Arsenal 3 fixture. Congratulations to Arsenal. Congratulations to Arsenal. Big win. Big morale boosting win after coming off of that win in the Europa League against Benfica. Because Arsenal needs to stay in the Europa League because of them not doing so well in the Premier League. So they still have some type of hope to salvage a lackluster season where they could even get into the Champions League. It would be a lot for them to actually win the Europa League. But once you're in it, you still have a chance. You see what I mean? And you know they say you have to be in it to win it. Okay, so Arsenal are still in it. I like to just take some time to big up every single body in the chat right about now. Thank you for coming through. You know, you saw the thing. You said, I'm going to come through and watch my boy Dominic Rich. I could be anywhere else on the internet right now or on YouTube. But I'm here. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the stream. So, look, Leicester won after losing their Europa League round of 32 tie to Slavia Praha. And Arsenal 3 after winning theirs against Benfica. So both teams played midweek fixtures. They weren't like Brighton and West Brom. I don't think those teams played in the middle of the week. They had a game in the middle of the week, but I think that was Southampton and Leeds. So those teams were fresh. But for Arsenal and Leicester City, they weren't fresh. Hence the reason why for Arsenal, you saw rotation. And Arsenal have to take away a lot of positives from this game. They were able to convincingly beat Leicester City without Bukayo Saka on the field and without Aubameyang starting. Saka didn't even play. Aubameyang did come on late in the match. I think around the 85th minute he came on. I was watching this game while at work today. Man, I worked hard today, man. I worked hard today. Oh, man. I worked. Today's a weird day. I didn't even have a little break to just chill and gather my thoughts. You know what I mean? Sometimes I want to write down little tidbits for you guys, but just didn't have the time today. But I said to myself, listen, I've been doing this for a long time, man. I've been doing this for a long time. So, you know, I'm all right. You know what I mean? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So look, in this game, we had opening goal by Yuri Telemans, and I was kind of, pumping myself up to talk about another Arsenal loss because in this goal, it happened in the 6th minute. The young Belgian scored, and it was from a throw-in. I think it was from a throw-in, and then it was, I think, Xhaka and Willian kind of lost the ball there. Both of them were, involved. I can't quite remember every single thing, but it wasn't good football on Arsenal's behalf. And allowing Yuri Telemans to just run right through and took a shot and scored, I was like, what's going on here? They were too standoffish, and the defense looked like there were no communication between David Luiz and Pablo Mari. And I'm like, what is going on here? But then Arsenal crawled back in the game. I think for Leicester, after going ahead early, they kind of sat back a bit too much. We know that's the type of game they were going to play anyways. That's what they did in the reverse fixture where they won 1-0 courtesy of that late Jamie Vardy goal set up by Cengiz Under. And they caught Arsenal late in that game. But Arsenal, immediately after going down, they didn't say, oh man, the heads didn't drop. They just kept going. They just kept going, and they were rewarded. Willian finally show up. Willian finally show up today. Finally. And I was saying, look at this man redeeming himself after, messing up for that Tillemans goal. Really, really good ball in from the corner, and that was a free kick. And David Luiz, what a header. What a header by David Luiz, man. That's a good header. 1-1. Extra time, first half, Lacazette. Penalty. Lacazette steps up, scores. Brilliant. You know what I mean? I like to see players execute the penalties with precision, man. I love it. That was a good penalty. Arsenal in the lead, in the ascendancy, and they kept on. They kept the momentum going in the second half, and they were rewarded. Brilliant football there, and it was Willian again, but the ball deflected and fell nicely to Pepe for a tap-in. I think Nicola Pepe had a great game. I think this is one of his best games of the season. One of his best games in an Arsenal shirt. I think it was a good collective performance by the Gunners today. Without Saka, the inspirational Saka, and Obama blood Cleat Young. You know what I'm saying? So we had Thomas Partey, Odegaard coming on for the injured Emil Smith-Rowe, and Aubameyang coming on late in the match there. Leicester also suffered some injuries of their own, seeing Harvey Barnes pull up, Johnny Evans pull up. That's not going to be good at all, seeing that they have struggled from injuries this season, and they are on the charge to get top 4. Remember last season, they were in the top 4 for a very long time, and then they just fell out. You know what I'm saying? They just fell by the wayside. So, it could happen again. Arsenal in the ascendancy. Right now, they're 10th. They actually go up to 10th. They go over Leeds United, and they're on 37 points with 2 wins in their last 5. They needed this win because they were going through a kind of tricky period where they were dropping points, needless points, where in games that they could have won. You see what I mean? And this is a game I predicted Arsenal to lose, and the team showed character, and they beat Leicester, a team way ahead of them in the table. So this could instill some belief in this Arsenal team. 37 points. 37, okay? They're only, what? 8 points. 8 points off freaking top 4. So they gotta keep believing. I did predict Arsenal to get top 4. They gotta keep believing in themselves. Leicester, on the other hand, look, Leicester could happen all over again. It could happen all over again. They're third, one loss, a draw, and 3 wins in their last 5. It could happen to them again because with players dropping out with injury. Could have some other guys coming on, replacing them that are not so sharp, because Harvey Barnes have been key. Johnny Evans have been key. And Fofana, who picked up an injury, have been key. James Justin, James Maddison, all these guys are missing. So if you factor all that in, you got West Ham playing some good football despite losing to City. They did play well against City. You got Chelsea. You got even Liverpool beating Sheffield. They're on the ascendancy. You have Everton. All these teams are right there. And still 12 matches to go. That's a lot of games. Listen, things could go pear-shaped in 5 games, much less to 12. You know, so big win for the Gunners. So thank you very much, Thriller. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate Thriller dropping $5 super chat here. He says, I know it's a lost cause, but I really want Odegaard to stay. Such a silky smooth passer, but I know Real Madrid will call him back. Look, Arsenal could push for that player because since he came in, he has done a good job. Definitely have done a good job. And you want to recruit young players like Martin Odegaard to your team and not bringing in the old rejects from a Chelsea or let's say Man United or let's say any one of these other teams or these other teams from Europe as well. You don't want that. So bringing in talented players like Martin Odegaard would be the right step forward. And for them, they brought him in on loan. That's a step in the right direction already, in my opinion. Definitely a step in the right direction. So, look, man, big win for Arsenal. Hard luck to Leicester City. Look. These injuries could actually, hamper them going forward. Big up to the boy, Foot Dribbler FC in the house, who is an Arsenal fan. Guys, go check out Foot Dribbler. He's doing those YouTube shorts. And I did hit up Foot Dribbler on his channel and I said, great minds do think alike, because I was thinking about getting into doing more YouTube shorts, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know why this thing has my live stream has shorts in the title. I don't know why it does. I really don't know why it does. Okay, yeah, I know. I see why it does. I see why it does. I need to change that. But but I wanted to do something. Since the feature is there, I wanted to get into it. But look, let's not linger too much. Big up to everybody in the house. Make sure you smash your thumbs up button. How we doing in terms of likes right now? Make sure you like the video, guys. Let's get the stream to 50 likes. All right. So thank you very much. Adam Sambo is saying, Dom, did you realize that every team which didn't qualify for the round of 16 of UEFA Europa League dropped points today, including in the top 5 leagues? I mean, no, I didn't actually, because I didn't look at the other leagues. Let me take these things out my ears. I didn't look at the other leagues today. I was busy today, man. I was busy. I'm usually surfing the web looking for things and keeping up to date with what's going on. But I couldn't do that today at all. I really couldn't. Really couldn't. But yeah, guys, appreciate everybody who come through. Appreciate it. So look, for Arsenal, who I think played well, Mikel Arteta and his boys did a great job. He will be a happy man. I saw him on the touchline doing his thing, reminiscent of Pep Guardiola. You know what I mean? I was like, look at Mikel, look at the boy Mikel, But Brendan Rodgers, man, yeah, it could jump out the top 4 eventually, I don't know. I would like them to get top 4 though. Simply because I want some teams not to get top 4 this season. But it's gonna be a very interesting race to the finish. Maybe not for the top spot, but for the last 3 available, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Even 5th and 6th is gonna get really interesting. And of course that Europa League conference spot as well is gonna get really feisty for that one. Who wants the Europa League conference spot or UEFA conference, whatever you call it? Who wants that? Put your hands up. Take it. It's there for the taking. So Arsenal's next game will be against Burnley. Burnley struggled in their match against their fellow Arsenal's, fellow North London team Tottenham today. So Arsenal would want to continue their surge upwards when they visit Turf Moor before they play Olympiacos in the round of 16 of the I almost said Champions League, Europa League. Remember, they got knocked out by Olympiacos last season. And after that, it's the big North London derby. It is the North London derby, which is going to be one to definitely look forward to. So for Leicester City, their next game is on Wednesday against Burnley as well. Then they have Brighton on March 6th, Sheffield United, Man United in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, and then Man City. So the next three fixtures are definitely winnable, but it's going to be very tricky. Playing against these teams who are fighting for survival, it's going to get very, 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 very tricky. So what are you guys saying in the chat right about now? Let me see. Martin Kolev, big up to you. Do you watch other sports? Yeah, I do watch a little cricket, man. I was actually watching some cricket yesterday. Sebastian, I'm so happy with this weekend. Liverpool and AIK won, thank God. Sebastian, I thought you were a Man City fan, though. I thought you were. Big up to Doug. Hey, guys, I just finished my live match reaction. Hope everyone is well. Yeah, Doug, I did see you were live just now. Sorry I couldn't tune in because I'm live as well. And, I didn't want to wait forever today to start my live stream. And then I'm stuck here late on a Sunday where I would actually prefer to be upstairs hanging out with my wife. You know what I mean? At the time, I'm not talking about right now. Right now, I'm good. But around like 8 o'clock, I don't want to be live still. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. You know what I mean? But look, man, Arsenal, very good performance, man. Very good performance. Very good performance. I think Pepe did well. Willian did well, as I mentioned. David Luiz, solid match for him. Solid match. And for Leicester City, I think they were a little bit too, laid back today. They I don't know. Maybe they're missing James Maddison. Maybe they are. But they struggled with injuries as well. But we're going to move on from that one. No need to linger too much on that. I did touch on a lot of good points, and I don't want to drag it on too much. And then I feel like, oh, man, start overthinking it, and I'm thinking I didn't do a good job. So I'm going to just move right on. I didn't get my prediction right for that one. I predicted a Leicester City win, and they definitely let me down there. But as Thriller said, whenever I predict Arsenal not to do well, it seems like they're doing well. So I'm gonna keep with them Arsenal predictions for them to lose. Maybe not. Okay, so we're gonna move on, man. Leeds United 0, Aston Villa 1. This team Leeds, very annoying. Very, very, very annoying because I think I analyze Leeds very well, but it's just something with this team, man. When you predict them to win, they lose. That's for me. When I predict them to lose, they win. I don't get this team. I really don't get this team. Seriously. One day, they're spectacular. You're like, oh my God, we want to see Leeds in the Premier League for the next 10 seasons. And then on some days, you're like, oh my God, just go back to the freaking championship already. God damn. Go back to the championship already. You see what I mean? Please go back to the championship. Please, I beg you. Go back to the championship, man. You know what I mean? Annoying. So, in this game, Aston Villa without Jack Grealish again. And that's the reason why I didn't even predict them to win, because they don't really play well without Jack Grealish. And I was surprised. I actually tuned into this game a couple minutes late because it was an early goal. El Ghazi, Ollie Watkins with the assist. And I was like, whoa, Aston Villa scored? And I'm like, yeah, Leeds are going to come back into this game. Yeah, they never did. But it was some brave stuff by Dean Smith, though. I got to give it to him for starting this guy, this young guy named Jacob Ramsey. He's a 19-year-old midfielder, and starting Marvelous Nakamba. There was also a stat that says whenever Marvelous Nakamba starts, that Villa doesn't concede. I think they didn't concede any goals when Marvelous Nakamba start. And I'm like, ooh, Dean Smith, you might be up to something here. And they were. Leeds definitely got their chances. But wasn't on the money. Rafinha, couple of good chances, wasn't on the money at all. So big up to Doug in the house. Doug dropping that knowledge. Harvey Barnes going off is a huge loss, definitely. And what else we got here? Leeds are a Jekyll and Hyde side. You don't know what Leeds will. You don't know. You do not know what Leeds will turn up. Yep, you don't know, man. You definitely don't know. Thriller is saying it's hard to maintain a high energy style that Bielsa wants to execute. They're not machines. We were talking about this the other day. Man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely were talking about this the other day. And look, maybe Karen Kearney or Carney, whatever her name is, was right. But I think Leeds will be in the Premier League next season. Good for them. But earlier in the season when we were saying maybe they'll get Europa League, maybe they could get Champions. Nah, they're not. They need to settle. They need to settle themselves. They definitely need to settle themselves. So, look. Prosper saying Leeds should have won or at least equalized. Yeah, the chances were there. Didn't take him. Didn't take him. You also have to give props to Emi Martinez, who I think is second in the clean sheets chart behind Edison. He has been a really, really good goalkeeper for Aston Villa, one of the signings of the season. And also something that I just remembered that happened in this game, that was a moment that we actually have to mention, is the Matt Target versus, what's his name? Oh, God, what's his name? Tyler Roberts, that little spat between those two guys. That was nice to see. A little spice is always nice. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So that was a solid performance, man. Solid performance by Villa. And you got to give it to them playing well without Jack Grealish. I think Bielsa is trying to, the players are all over the place, man. You have Helder Costa coming back in the team. Llorente playing his second, I think that's his second start on the bounce. No Jack Harrison from the start, and then late in the game he tried to bring on Pablo Hernandez to affect the game, and then it's too late for that to happen. So look, that's what we're gonna get from Leeds. You never know what you're gonna get. You never know. You absolutely never know what you're gonna get. You're either gonna get a win or a loss. They only drew 2 matches this season, so there you have it, man. That's my thoughts on that one. If you guys have any thoughts, please continue to share them. Appreciate that. We have Sebastian mentioning, in England, take Foden, Saka, and Jones to the Euros. If England, they will get to the semi-final. But the only thing is, England, let's say Southgate has a selection conundrum on his hands. Way too many players to choose from. So he's going to end up messing it up at the end of it. Because if you think about the right backs, right, you have Wan-Bissaka, you have Kyle Walker, you have Reece James, you have Trent Alexander-Arnold, you have Trippier. He can't take all of them. He can't take all. So, he's going to have a problem. He's going to have a serious problem, I'm telling you. And that there is where he's going to mess up. When you have Harvey Barnes, you have Maddison, Foden, Curtis Jones, Saka. That is where you're going to mess up, man. You see? You have Jordan Henderson. You could keep throw them in. Sancho, Sterling, Rashford, Greenwood. He's going to make a mistake. Let's just put it like that. Let's put it like that. And guys, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Appreciate everybody in here who have done that already. Big up to Jersey boy. I know you guys are happy. I know the Liverpool fans are happy right now. They actually won. Liverpool actually won the game. Do you guys even believe that? Liverpool won. I will get to that game pretty soon though. Definitely will. Definitely will get to that match pretty soon. So Leeds, Aston Villa. All right, let me just go back here a little. Drop some more on this. For Aston Villa, they go up to 9th. And they do have 2 games in hand because they only played 24 games. So imagine if Aston Villa wins their next 2 games. They will be up there fighting for top 4. So what a season they're having. They only picked up 35 points last season. They struggled. They only survived on the last match day. So we got to give it to Villa. We got to give it to Villa. Their recruitment have been very good. Emi Martinez, one of the signings of the season. Ollie Watkins, one of the signings of the season. Bertrand Traore has done a good job. Matt Cash has done a good job. Matt Target has done a good job as well. Marvelous Nakamba has done a good job. And we know what the boy Grealish is all about. You see what I'm saying? He's all about the money. That's it. You know, so great job. They're 9th. They're above Arsenal. They're above Leeds United, who are 11th with 35 points. And I think Leeds have done enough to survive and come back next season to try to consolidate their place in the Premier League. So for Aston Villa, their next game will be this Wednesday against a favorable opposition in Sheffield United. I'm not going to underestimate Sheffield United too much, but they're ripe fruit. They're there for the picking. Then there's Villa versus Wolves, Newcastle, Tottenham, Fulham. Villa got some nice games coming up. And you know what? There's the big one coming in April 10th. Liverpool versus Villa. That's a big one. I do not need to explain why that's a big one. That is a huge one. Huge. I'm looking forward to that one for sure. For Leeds United, their next game is against West Ham. West Ham on Monday, the 8th. So they have a week off. They have a whole week off to rest and come back. Whole week. See what I'm saying? For West Ham United, West Ham and Leeds don't play until next Monday. They don't have that midweek fixture. So they could go back to the drawing board, go back to the training ground, rest up, come hard against West Ham. That'll be a good game, seeing that West Ham has been playing some freaking good football, man. The boy Lingardinho has been on fire. You know what I mean? Look, he's a Man United player, but he ain't playing for Man United, and I don't know what it is, but I haven't seen him play this good for Man United ever. Maybe 1 or 2 times, but he's been awesome, man. He's been awesome. So before we move on to the next match, what are you guys saying in the chat right now? Big up to everybody in here, man. Appreciate it. So Foot Dribbler is asking, Foot Dribbler, this might be off topic, but what happened to Ryan? Bro, excuses, man. That's it. That's all. Excuses. That's the best answer I have for you right now. Excuses. Complaints. But look, with all seriousness, Ryan works in the night, and I'm a kind of guy, when I stream, I go 3 hours, and it was kind of a problem for him to stay on for the entire stream. And then, he have to go to work later. He's not like me, where I could actually fall asleep right now if I want to, I could fall asleep right now if I want to, but he can't. So, I made a decision to not force the thing anymore and just say, you know what, Ryan, do your thing at your own convenience, and I'll do my thing whenever I feel like, and, don't have the thing all, what I'm saying, with people on here sleeping and all this kind of stuff. So Yeah, that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? No love lost. I talked to Ryan today. Ryan hit me up today. You know, we talk still. You see what I'm saying? So, Saul good, man. Saul good, man. Okay? So, I answer questions. You ask me questions, I answer questions. Okay? I'm not afraid of the questions. So, keep them coming. Keep them coming. So, good win for Villa, man. Good win for Villa despite me predicting them to lose this game. All right, Newcastle 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Jamal Lascelles with a brilliant header set up by Ryan Fraser, and that goal came in the 52nd minute. Fraser came on for the injured Miguel Almiron, and it was an injury nightmare for Newcastle on the day. Injury nightmare, where they were already going through a crisis with the whole COVID-19 thing ravaging through their squad, and now they're having players fit again. Injury crisis again. They were lucky to hold on for the point. Lucky. Ruben Neves, man, wicked header. That was an awesome header set up by Pedro Neto with the magic. Listen, man, before I move on, Pedro Neto will not be a Wolves player next season. And I've been talking about Pedro Neto early. I'm going to take my credit. I've been talking about Pedro Neto early before all of these people. I'm going to take it. Before everybody talking about Pedro Neto, all these Liverpool fan channels talking about Pedro Neto, I've been talking about Pedro Neto. Give me my credit, please. Thank you very much. Let's move on. The man is freaking awesome. Awesome. He's just magical. He's just magical. You see what I mean? So Wolves were they weren't at their best in this game, but they're looking better. They're looking better by the game. You know what I'm saying? They're looking much better by the game. Raul Jimenez is back in training, but he wasn't in the squad. I thought he would have been in the squad. Kind of made me predict the Wolves win here, but that's not the only reason. It's because Newcastle have not been playing good football at all. But I think in this match, Alain Saint-Maximin, oh my God. Oh my God, this guy is something else. He's only 23. He is still very raw, very, very raw talent. And I think if he gets a manager who could actually help him hone those skills and, you know, just unlock him, he will be, oh man, he will be a hell of a player. He will be a hell of a player, man. I think he does hold on to the ball a little, you know, longer than he should at times. I'm not saying he shouldn't, because he's a flair player, but sometimes he gets tangled up though, you know what I mean? And he did go off injured in this game, which will be a big, big blow for Newcastle in their efforts to survive, because they ain't looking good at all. They're not looking good. Emil Kraft went off injured as well. He has been struggling with injuries as of late, and Miguel Almiron. So that is a big blow. But the thing is, that's why you have a squad. Ryan Fraser came on. He stepped up. He got the assists. We know Ryan Fraser is capable of picking up assists. He picked up 14 of them a couple seasons ago. Okay? So he has to step up. Miguel Almiron not there. Fraser, step up. That's why you're getting paid. Jacob Murphy came on for Saint-Maximin. Murphy, step up. You're getting paid. Matt Ritchie came on. He wanted to leave the club. You're still getting paid. Step up. You see what I'm saying? Step the hell up. And only then Newcastle will survive, or else they won't. You see what I mean? They won't. I remember Willock had a clear chance to score. They had their chances. They just didn't take their chances. You see what I'm saying? They didn't. They got to blame themselves. Also, while we on the topic of Wolves, shout outs to Adama Traore and his new hair, man. Oh, man, that looks nice. Man. Adama Traore's new hairstyle, man. Let me see if I could find something with that. Adama Traore. Let me see. New hair. Let me see. Oh, man, that looks nice, man. That looks nice. I don't even know if they have. He's been changing his hairstyles a lot lately. I don't like the braids. I don't like when he put in those fake braids, man. He look kind of weird with the fake braids, you know. But that new Afro hairstyle looks nice. Let me bring that up and show you guys what's going on here. You know, excuse me. Look at that. That is nice, man. That is nice. That is nice. It actually looked big on the field too. It looks big on the field. I think that is it, you know. I think that is it. I'm not sure. I think that is it. That might not be it. I don't even know. Let me see. When was this? When was this article? Let me see. That might not be it, you know. No, that's not it, man. That is not it. But you get the point. You get the point. That's not it. But he's always changing his hairstyles, though. You see that one? You see this one? You see this one over here while he was at Middlesbrough? You know, this, you know, so big up to the boy Adama. See? Big up to the boy Adama Traore, the black Spaniard. And he's full of pace, full of enthusiasm. And we all love him. We all love Adama Traore, right? We do, right? Especially when we're playing FIFA. You want to sign Adama Traore, right? Yusuf Marcy, right? So, yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, for Newcastle, though, Newcastle, as I said, these injuries are going to hurt them. Going to hurt them. Potentially hurt them. For Wolves, I like that they pull things back. Wolves are unbeaten in their last 5 games. 3 wins, 2 draws. Round of applause. Round of applause. Even though Willie and Jose have not been scoring goals, I think he actually give them, you know, something to work with. You see what I mean? And Fabio Silva did come on and almost score too. I absolutely do not know how Dubravka kept that out. And also you got to mention that Dubravka came back in the team replacing Caldalo. Caldalo isn't happy about that. But yeah. It's good goalkeeping. There was some good goalkeeping display in the match. But that one stands out, man. That Dubravka save, Fabio Silva couldn't believe it actually stayed out. You know? And there's some other thing. I think there was a wicked I cannot remember every single thing in these games, but I remember there was a goal line clearance in one of these games. And I think it was this game. I think it was this game, but I can't remember, man. I can't remember everything. I can't remember everything. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Okay, so for Wolves, they're 12th. They got 34 points. They will survive another Premier League season, barring they lose all their remaining 12 games and don't pick up another point. But they'll be all right. They'll get points. Their next game is against Manchester City, who they lost to early on in the season. Look, now is a good time to play Wolves, you know, because I don't think Raul Jimenez is going to play the game against City. I don't think so. They don't want to put him into that. They don't want to bring him back in that game. No. But you never know. That could be the game where Willian Jose scores a hat-trick. You never know. Or Pedro Neto. You see what I'm saying? You know? If Pedro Neto impresses Pep Guardiola, maybe he'll be a Man City player come this summer. You never know. You see what I'm saying? Adama Traore, his pace is always a problem. You see what I mean? You know, so Wolves, that's a good game. Then they have Villa, Liverpool, West Ham, and Fulham. So that's that for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Newcastle United, though, 17th, just outside the relegation zone, 3 points ahead of Fulham. This is a big point. This is a huge point, man. And 3 points would have been better, but I think Steve Bruce would take 1 point. Nuno would take 1 point too, because it's better than a loss, and it's taking the team closer to safety. You see what I mean? It's progress, basically. It is progress. Their next game is against West Brom. That's a 6-pointer. That's a big game. Because West Brom win that game, they go up to 20 points. They're only 6 points behind Newcastle. And you 6 points behind someone, you could catch him. You could catch him. You see what I'm saying? Then Newcastle got Villa, Brighton, Tottenham. The next 3 games, good fixtures for Newcastle, man. You know, what are you guys saying in the chat? What are you guys saying in the chat? I do appreciate you guys leaving stuff in the chat as well. Definitely do. Before his injury, Dubravka was top 3 goalkeeper in the Prem over the last 3 years. I'm not gonna say that. Top 3 is a little too high. It's a little too high, bro. Little too high. It's on some kind of psychedelic. It's a little too high. No. Little, you don't get carried away. Do not get carried away, man. Do not get carried away. So Roshane Fraser is saying, I feel sorry for Wolves that they are playing good, but Man City will send them back to their caves. Ow! Wolves versus City might get ugly. Might get ugly, I'm telling you. But we'll talk about that one tomorrow. We will talk about that tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow doing a live stream talking about those midweek games. All right, so we're going to move on, though. We're going to move on. Appreciate everybody in here once again. Just dropping my appreciation. Just dropping my appreciation. For some reason, though, the I don't know if it looks like that to you guys, but sometimes the camera looks kind of dark. You could see like the background there is supposed to be a little whiter than it is, and it's not, so I don't know what happened to this thing sometimes. It bugs out sometimes, man. Seriously. Big up to the boy Antoine Eugene in the house. Appreciate you guys coming through. Definitely do. But I don't know why this thing does that though. Seriously. I don't know why. Let me do something. I'll be back. Let me do something really quick and see if this helps. Give me 1 second. A lot better. See? I think it's a lot better. I might bug it out or something. I think it's a lot better though. Yeah, I think it might be the same thing. I don't even know. It might be the same thing. I'm bugging out though. I'm like that though. I'm always, trying to get the best quality. I think it's all right. I'm bugging out, man. You know what I mean? But we're going to move on, though. We're going to move on from that one. Good point. Good point for each team. Really, really good point. In this game, Semedo also went off injured, replaced by Keanu Hoover. Crazy that Keanu Hoover is getting game time for Wolves and not for Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? So, And you know what else is crazy? It's crazy that Wolves had to pay their money up front for Keanu Hoover. That's what I heard, but the upfront money wasn't paid for Jota. Weird. All right, we're going to touch on this next game that I did not watch because it was playing at the same time as, I think, the Arsenal match, I think. But I can't remember. But it was I think so. Yeah, this was playing early this morning. Definitely playing early this morning. Crystal Palace 0. Fulham 0. Did not watch this game. Didn't see any highlights. Don't know what happened in this match. So if you have anything on this, please let me know in the chat. But it's a good point for each team, even though Fulham would have preferred to get 3 points. But I didn't watch this game. So 1 point apiece, no goals. Zaha isn't back for Palace. So, the fact that they did not lose without Wilfried Zaha, that's a good thing. That is a good thing. And for Fulham, their unbeaten run continues. Their defense has looked a lot better, let's say, for the second half of, the 26-match season so far. And it seems like Scott Parker and his boys might stay up. Might. But at the expense of who? Newcastle, maybe? Brighton, maybe? Look, we can't be sorry for these teams, guys. Let me mention this once again. We can't be sorry for these teams. We need to stop being sorry for these teams because I don't want Newcastle to go down. Oh, Brighton will be playing good football. I don't want them to go down. If they go down, it's their fault. You see what I'm saying? If Fulham stay up, you got to give Fulham the credit because they have been playing some damn good football. You see what I'm saying? Damn good football. So look, we won't linger too much on this one. This one is one what we're going to just fly through because I didn't watch the game and there's not much to talk about. But we could actually talk about their progress, and we have been talking about Fulham's progress. Crystal Palace 13th, and they have 33 points. I think they'll survive unless they lose all their remaining matches. I think they're good. Crystal Palace will pick up 5 to 8 more points, and let's say 5 to 7 more points, and they will get to that 40 point mark. Yeah, Roy Hodgson, you're good. You guys are good, okay? No need to panic. No need to get carried away. Don't need to panic, okay? And for Fulham, though, they keep themselves in the hunt for survival. 3 points would have been good, but one is progress. 3 points behind Newcastle, 3 points behind Brighton. A win. If Fulham win their next game, they have a better goal difference than Newcastle. If they win their next game and Newcastle fail to win their next game, then Fulham are out the relegation zone. Well, let's say if Newcastle lose their next game because they could fail to win but draw, Fulham are out the relegation zone. And then the next team that they will be looking at is Brighton. They could pass both Brighton and Newcastle. And then they will be looking at Burnley. And then if Burnley drop points and Fulham keep picking up points, then they pass Burnley. And then there's Southampton, who are doing horribly right now. And then Fulham survives. Fulham escape. But there could also be a situation where Fulham get to 30 points and then they just start losing again. So, you know, I digress. I do digress. So for Fulham, their next game is against Tottenham Hotspur. That's a London derby. And I think they did well against Tottenham. Yeah, 1-1 draw against Tottenham in January. So they will be going into that match very, very confident. The boy, Lookman. Yo, Lookman. Fulham's been playing some good football. You got to give it to them. They have a Nigerian brigade over there. And they have been playing some damn good football. So big up to Fulham. After that Tottenham game, they do... they have some rough games coming up. They have Tottenham, Liverpool, Man City, and Leeds, Aston Villa, Wolves, Arsenal, Chelsea. They got some tough games. If Fulham are to survive, look, they're going to pick off some big scalps. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be eating ripe fruit, I'm telling you, if they are to survive, because those are some big games coming up there. For Crystal Palace, their next game will be against Manchester United and then against Tottenham. So tough matches, man. Seeing that these teams are playing, I'm reluctant to say very good, because they could win this week and then go back to their old ways. But they're playing some decent football, both Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur. So that'll be that for Crystal Palace, Fulham, the 0-0 draw. What are you guys saying in the chat? Do appreciate your feedback, of course. Definitely do appreciate the feedback. So, finally, something to smile about, says LFC 1892. Yep, will do a lot of good for the morale of the fans and the morale of the team. Big morale boosting 3 points there for Liverpool. And I will get to the Liverpool match. Definitely will get to the Liverpool match. Hello to everybody in the stream. If you haven't liked the video, make sure you like it. If you're watching the replay, appreciate you. Big up, man, that you took the time out of your busy day to watch the damn thing and you knew it wasn't live. You know what I mean? Appreciate it. So Thriller is saying, I think Scott Parker can pull off a survival. You're talking about like a Peter Parker type, survival thing. You know what I'm saying? Peter Parker, Scott Parker. You think Scott Parker could pull out the Spidey suit and, rescue Fulham? Ooh, you think that could happen? Let's see. Let us see. Could it happen in this Spideyverse, or maybe in this dimension of the Spidey, the premier verse, the Prem de la verse, Prem de la Prem verse? Oh man. Sebastian is saying Fulham can stay up if they can keep getting points. And that's what they have been doing. Adam Samble, Crystal Palace without Zaha, equal barely getting points. Ooh. Oh, man. God damn. God damn. God damn. Look, Desmond Carroll, do you believe Arsenal still have a chance to get top 6? They do. They do. They're not far off. They're not far off. And with the top 6 teams dropping points, left, right, and center, Arsenal could catch them up. Chelsea drop points. United drop points. Leicester drop points. West Ham drop points. We know Everton love to drop points. We know Liverpool's been dropping points all season. It's there for Arsenal, but it's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy, though. Let's not write them off. I predicted them to get 4th. I don't think they will, but you never know. 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 So Giovanni is saying Arsenal is dead. Don't get carried away. Not getting carried away. Just speaking the facts. It's logic. It is logical. They're not mathematically out of the top 6 or out of the top 4. They're not. They won't win the title. We know that. But who says they can't get top 6? They can. They can. They can. So, Robert, how are you doing today, Robert? How are you? Big up coming back to the stream. Big up to you. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button one time. Appreciate that. So, we're going to move right on. Okay? So, let's do this. Let us do this. So, I touched on, let me do a quick recap of what I touched on. West Brom, Brighton, Leeds, Aston Villa, Newcastle, Wolves, Crystal Palace, Fulham. I touched on the Leicester, Arsenal. We're halfway through. We're over halfway through. We're doing pretty damn good right now. We're doing good. It doesn't have to be a crazy, super long stream today because we're doing damn good. So let's talk about this next game, man. This next game, Tottenham Hotspur 4, Burnley 0. I did predict a freaking 1-1 draw. I don't know why I predicted a 1-1 draw for this one. But, you know, I have to admit it. I messed up. Man. 1-1. 1 freaking 1. Horrible. Horrible predictions. Horrible prediction, man. Because Tottenham were all over. Listen, Tottenham, it was too easy. Listen, it was too easy for Tottenham. Way too easy, man. Way too easy like this. Look.
Easy as you like.
Yeah, baby. Oh, man. That was too easy. That was too easy, man. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That was way too easy. That was way too easy for Tottenham Hotspur. Way too easy. You guys like that, right? You guys like that? You guys like that? Well, what do I get for that? Do I get Creator of the Year award for that one or what? What do you think? What do you think? But look, man, that was a good performance by Tottenham Hotspur. Really good performance by Tottenham. They were positive. They were positive. You could look at the lineup and you could say, wow, that's a positive lineup. That's a positive lineup, Mourinho. Whoa, you actually played Son, Kane, and Bale at the same time, along with Lucas Moura and Ndombele, Højbjerg. Whoa, you did that? Nah, can't believe it. You actually dropped Eric Dyer? You dropped Dyer. You didn't play Davies. Oh, Mourinho, really? And that's how they beat Burnley off the park. They were positive. They didn't go in with this negative mind state, be like, you know, let's park the bus, you know what I'm saying? Let's play defensive. Let's play on the break. Let's try to, you know, catch them on the counter. No. They went out there and they played some damn good football. Gareth Bale with the tap-in. First goal. 2 minutes. Gareth Bale with the tap-in. Brilliant ball played in by Son. His 7th assist. And Harry Kane, oh my God. Listen, Harry Kane, what a freaking shot. Harry Kane. That was nasty. That was nasty, man. That was nasty. Nasty. That was good. That was set up by Gareth Bale too. Bale had a great game. Man of the match performance by Gareth Bale. Look, Tottenham are getting their old Bale back. And if he keeps playing, what if Bale continues playing like this? Tottenham could actually get top 4 if Bale keep playing like this. Top 4. Because that was like, damn. You know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of Champions League Final 2018, Gareth Bale. For real. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a good display. I enjoyed those goals. Lucas Moura, brilliant goal. His 3rd of the season and his 3rd goal in 4 matches. So Moura scored in the last match as well, the loss against West Ham. Why do I keep messing up West Brom and West Ham? Ah, God. And then Gareth Bale with a left-footed shot, his 3rd of the season, set up by Heung-min Son. Tottenham had a few more chances in the game where Son could have scored, Kane could have scored, and then we could have seen the 10th combination of Heung-min Son setting up, or Kane setting up Son, or Son setting up Kane. You know, and they could have got a new record for themselves, being involved in the most, you know, helping each other out on the most occasions. So that was a big win. That was a big win, man. Burnley did get a few look-ins, but trust me, when you have Vidra, when you have Rodriguez on the field, you're not scaring nobody. Maybe a Wood and Barnes, yeah. But to be honest, I never expected. Look, I'm not making no excuse for my freaking draw prediction, but we know Tottenham weren't playing good football. Tottenham were horrible. Tottenham were horrible in their last 10 games or so. So that was a solid prediction. But not having Barnes, not having Wood. Look, they got Westwood, but Westwood and Wood ain't the same player. See what I'm saying? Do not compare Wood to Westwood. Big disparity. You know what I'm saying? And I think their defense was a little lapse today, man. Their defense was lapse. It wasn't the best performance. Sean Dyche would not be proud of this Burnley performance. We know Burnley are a grittier side than this. They are a grittier side than this. Mourinho did not have to stress a single, not for a minute today. It was too easy. Listen, it was way, way, way too easy.
Easy as you like.
Big up to the boy Yusuf Marcy, man. I don't even think he's in here though. And we have a new member. Thank you very much. We have Caroline King becoming a member. Thank you, Caroline. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hope you stick around, and I will continue to drop that fire content for your head top. I will try to do the best that I can, and you know, continue with the consistency and just to do the best that I can. You see what I mean? Because you guys are giving me your time, and I have to give you my best. Okay? Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. Also, big up to other members. Adam Sambol. We have Fox Williams, a member as well. We have Thriller from Manila. Big up to Doug as well. And if you're in here, please, and you can afford it, it's just a, small $3.99 fee to help to buy water every month. Consider becoming a member of the Rich Squad. Okay? Appreciate it. So, yeah. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much, Caroline King. Appreciate it. So look, well played, Tottenham. Well played, and I was looking forward to talk about this one so I could bring out the Yusuf Marcy clip there, him doing the crossbar challenge, hitting the crossbar. I was actually in awe. I'm like, really, Yusuf, you did that? How many times did you have to do that to get a perfect one, Yusuf? Did you have to do it 100 times? And someone had to record it 100 times for you? 100 takes, but we only saw the perfect one? But big up to Yusuf, though. Big up to Yusuf. Definitely. And don't copyright me, Yusuf. Don't copyright me. I have to actually, he's not in here right now, but I have to actually tell him about it. So he'll go back in the stream and find it. He might be back. He might be back later. All right. So, look, as I said, Tottenham were very, very positive here. And if they play like this every week, it's scary. Dele Alli, who scored a spectacular goal midweek. And also, you have to put into consideration that they are coming off of a midweek fixture in the Europa League. Even though they ran away with it against Wolfsburger, Burnley had time to rest. They had time to prepare. While Tottenham, who has played the most games out of any top teams in the top 5 leagues, Tottenham has played the most games this season. You got to give it to them. So if Mourinho want to come up with some type of excuse, he can say, yeah, we've played more games than you. We're tired. Okay? Stop it. We're tired. So look. Not much more to actually talk about in this game. I think I hit the nail on the head here. Burnley, 28 points right now. They're not safe. But I think they will be safe. 10 more points. They will get 10 points. Or would they? I think they will get 10 points. I think they will definitely get 10 points. So if you guys have any thoughts on this game, let me know in the chat. So I'm going to look and see if I find anything. Barkley, EHG, saying I would love to be a member as well. There's a join button right below the subscribe button. Somewhere down there. Hit it. Mustafa Albatran, how are you doing? Which team you feel getting relegated? We've been touching on that all stream though. All stream. So just to keep the stream flowing, let's keep it moving. So for Tottenham Hotspur, they move up to 8th. They are ahead of their rivals, Arsenal. And they are 8th. Only 2 points ahead of Arsenal. That's only their second win in their last 5 games. And I'm only dealing with 5, but they have been dropping a lot of points lately. A whole lot of points. Their next game will be against Fulham this Thursday. And then they have another London. They actually have their next 3 Premier League games are 3 London derbies. Could they win them all? That's what they would actually want to do. And then they have Dinamo Zagreb in the round of 16 of the Europa League. I'm actually rooting for Zagreb there, not Tottenham Hotspur. Gotta make that one clear. Tottenham ain't one of my favorite teams. Definitely not. After knocking City out the Champions League 2 seasons ago, I really don't appreciate Tottenham. Beating us in the Premier League this season as well. Really don't like Tottenham like that. But all bias aside, that was a good performance by Tottenham. That was a refreshing performance by Tottenham. Something that we know they're capable of doing, So for Burnley, who are languishing way down in 15th, have not been that good in their last 5, only picking up 1 win. But they do have 3 draws in there, so that's 6 points. That is 6 points. That's positive still, but you need those points. But then again, it's Burnley. It is Burnley. Burnley are here to survive. You see what I mean? They're just playing to survive. Their next game, or that's just my opinion, Burnley fans might actually feel like they're playing for something else, but I think they're playing for survival every season. Some seasons they overachieve, but this season they have been underwhelming. Leicester City are the next opponents. That's on Wednesday. And then on the weekend, they have Arsenal, then Everton, then Southampton. So some tricky games coming up for Burnley where we know they're capable of winning against anybody except Manchester City. And tell me I'm wrong there. Tell me I'm wrong. So we're going to move right on to the next game. We do have more games to talk about. And when I say more games, we still do have the Man City West Ham United game to touch on. We have the Chelsea Man United, and we have the Sheffield United Liverpool match. Not bad, not bad. Not much to say about the Chelsea United though. I will talk about that one next. But before we move on, Everton versus Southampton is tomorrow. I couldn't accommodate that match, but I am going live tomorrow, so I will touch on that game during that live stream. My prediction for that one, Everton versus Southampton, I'm predicting a 1-1 draw for Southampton to get something from that one. A 1-1 draw for Southampton. So we are going to move on from that. And let's talk about the Chelsea versus Manchester United. Oh, still here? Damn, that game was boring. Damn, that was a boring game. Damn, that was boring. And guess what I predicted for that one? 0-0. I do deserve some credit for that because, you know, when I don't get a lot of credit for my predictions, but for that one I deserve credit because I got that one spot on. Spot on. You see what I'm saying? Spot on, like a Dalmatian. That's not a dad joke, right? I just came up with that one. But I got that one spot on, man. You see what I'm saying? You see what I mean? I got that one spot on. You know, like if I'm in front of Marcus Thuram. Spot on. Oh, man. Big up to everybody in the house. I'm seeing some new faces as well. We have people that haven't commented before. Desmond Carroll, big up to you. Big up to the boy Steve in the house, the Asian Sensational FC. Oh, man. Steve, please let him know that I give you that name too, you know. Big up to Leon Fife in the house as well. Thank you for coming through. Make sure you stick around, Leon Fife, and don't be one of those people that come and support the channel for 1 month and then disappear. Wonderful human being with a great character. Big up to you as well. I predicted the same, Dom. Fabio FC in the house saying yo, 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 yo. But look, 0-0. Who else? Listen, who else in the house? We have Za Ali in the house. Touched, did his homework. New Man City. New Man U, sit deep and wait for... Oh, Tuchel did his homework. Look, listen. I don't have anything to say about this game. You guys, please analyze the game for me. Listen, I'm only reading out comments for this game. I am not going to say a single thing about this game. You guys read the comments for me. Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'm analyzing this game from the comments. I'm analyzing the game from the comments. I don't want to talk. I'm not talking. I don't have any thoughts on this. I don't have any thoughts. None on this game. None. I'm reading comments only right now. Tuchel did his homework. New Man U sit deep and wait for the counter against Big Six. Kanté and Kovacic kept the midfield solid. Well said. They kept Bruno Fernandes on a leash. Bruno Fernandes didn't do nothing in the game. Once you keep him quiet, you're good. You're good. There was a few chances here and there. None taken. Asian Sensational. I predicted a draw too, but not the exact scoreline. Good stuff, Steve. Thriller what? Let me see something. The Liverpool game was fun to watch as well. It was alright. I did predict the Liverpool win, by the way, so it was alright. You know, so let me read some more comments, man, during the whole United-Chelsea segment here. Mustafa is saying, this is City's year to win the Champions League. You know what, guys? I was playing FIFA 21, right? And Man City won the Champions League and Tottenham Hotspur won the Europa League They played in the Super Cup. City won the Super Cup. So I was like, oh man, Tottenham, Mourinho, they want to win the Europa League. Pep, City want to win the Champions League. Could it be this year? Could it happen? Let's not get too carried away. Do you think, big up to Nippon in the house, do you think Man City can go invincible next season? No. Nippon, I should time you out for that. I should really time you out. Nobody's going invincible, bro. It ain't happening. Not happening. We might go invincible for the rest of the season, but not for a whole season. Don't be ridiculous, Nippon. Don't be ridiculous. All right? Respect to that Arsenal team as well. Okay? Stop it, Nippon. Stop. Adam Sambol. Chelsea aren't clinical enough. A lot of possession. A lot of shots. Great defense. But lack in finishing. That's why Haaland. Stop it, Adam Sambol. Haaland is going to Man City. Stop it. You're not getting him. Take your eyes off freaking Haaland. All right? Take your eyes off Haaland. Maybe you could look at Belgium, but stop looking at Haaland, okay? Stop it. I'm going to move on from that. But you were right, though. This game was a scrappy game. It was just boring. It was just like both teams didn't want to go and attack each other. It was like this. That's what it was. You know what I mean? That's what it was. Sometimes, you might land a slap. You might land a slap or two. You see what I mean? But you're not that killer punch lacking. You see what I mean? Lacking. There were a few occasions where some good chances were created, none taken. And then there was the controversial moment. Let's talk about that. The controversial moment where Callum Hudson-Odoi appeared to hands the ball. After the ball, I think it was recycled and it bounced, and Mason Greenwood and Hudson-Odoi, they were partying in the Bahamas, holding each other on the shoulders. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The ball hit Callum Hudson-Odoi on his shoulder. Referee. Listen, who refereed that game again? Stuart Atwell. I don't remember all the refs by their name. I know their faces. I just don't remember their names. I cannot match up the names and the faces of these referees all the time. I know Mike Dean. I know Martin Atkinson. I know that one from yesterday. What's his name again? That chubby dude with the round head. What's his name, man? God damn. Let me find his name. Lee Mason, of course. I know Lee Mason. And I know a few of them. But you know what happened? If you don't know, if you don't know what happened, I'm going to tell you what happened. Luke Shaw. Was it Luke Shaw? Yeah, Luke Shaw said, when the referee, Stuart Atwell, went over, the VAR told him it is a penalty. But go look for yourself and see what's going on. When he went and he looked at the monitor, all the players were behind the monitor looking at the monitor, They were like, whoa, what's going on, They're not supposed to do that, but they were looking at what's going on. And Luke Shaw said that a message was relayed to the referee, Stuart Atwell, telling him it's a penalty. But Stuart Atwell said his reply was like, nah, I'm not going to give it because it's going to come under scrutiny. It's going to cause too much drama, with all the refereeing decisions. That's the dodgy refereeing decisions that's been going on lately. So he didn't want to come under the microscope. So he said no penalty. And he's smart for that. He's really smart for that, because I would have said that no penalty either. I wouldn't want to actually, be a Mike Dean situation or a Lee Mason situation going on there. So I was like, smart. Very smart. No penalty. Plus, I don't think Callum Hudson-Odoi was actually trying to hands the ball. He was grappling with the player, and it just looped up and fell on his arm. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a fair decision, and I think ultimately it was the right one. Definitely the right one. So Chula is saying definitely no pen on Cho, Callum Hudson-Odoi. And we have, let me see, Manchester United. Yeah, they didn't get the penalty, you know what I mean? Mr. Bruno Penange would have stepped up and scored his 10th penalty this season. But look, before we move on, I would like to say, good freaking returns for goal. What's his name again? Bruno Fernandes. Good return, man. Because this man has 15 goals this season and about 8 assists or something like that. Let me get his stats right, man. This guy is what a signing. What a freaking signing, man. But he was awful on the day, though. Let's not forget that. He wasn't good on the day at all. He was poor. 15 goals, 11 assists this season. Awesome. Definitely awesome. Bruno Fernandes. What a signing. Signing of last season, to be honest. Even though he came in January. The man already won more Premier League Player of the Month awards than players who've been in the Premier League for 10 years. God damn, Bruno. I think Lindelof was good in the game. He did some good things. Finally, Lindelof. Mendy pulled off a few, good saves. Mendy did some things right. Conte, he was good. He marshaled the midfield very well, keeping Bruno Fernandes quiet. Fred, haven't scored since 2018. Fred at United is not Fred at Shakhtar Donetsk. That's all I'm going to say about that one. Ziyech, not very good on the day, and he had a chance that couldn't convert. Ziyech needs to step his game up. Giroud had almost was on the end of a ball there, but Shaw got it out. Shaw has been one of the best left backs in the league this season. By far. Give it to him. But it was a dull game. Reece James, Pulisic, and Werner came off the bench for Chelsea. While for Man United, they only use Anthony Martial, who has been struggling to get goals. So, look, with a point apiece, Man United, they go up to second. They got 50 points, becoming the second team to get to 50 points this season. After Manchester City, who are 12 points ahead in the table, got there first. Man United are also unbeaten in their last 5 games. That includes 3 draws and 2 wins. However, for Chelsea, they missed the chance to get into the top 4 ahead of West Ham United with this draw, but they are still unbeaten under Thomas Tuchel, which is a great thing. But something that's not good for Chelsea is that their goal scoring has dried up. They got to score more goals. You see what I mean? But their defense have definitely been solid. It's been good. It's been really, really good. So, good luck to Chelsea. I predicted them to come in second this season. Second. It's still there. It's still possible. You're only 6 points behind Man United, who are dropping points regularly. But for Chelsea, back-to-back draws, not good. That's 4. That's how many points dropped? 4. If you had won those games, you would have been almost a second. Let's put it that way. Let us put it that way. So for Manchester United, their next game is against Palace. And then there is the big Manchester derby. The big Manchester derby. I should say the Galchester derby. I don't like to, talk too much about man, this, man, that. Man. We got to talk about the gal them sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, the Manchester derby, okay? The Manchester derby would be this coming Sunday. And then they got AC Milan. Go Milan. Just joking. Can't be biased here. So for Chelsea, they got a big game coming up. They got big game coming up against Liverpool on Thursday. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good watch. Then they have Everton, Leeds, Atletico Madrid, quarterfinal the FA Cup against Sheffield. They got some good games coming up, man. They got some, and remember we were saying this is where Chelsea will be tested in the upcoming fixtures. And what happened? They did beat Atleti. They didn't lose against United. So looking so good. It's good so far. That game against Liverpool, we will talk about it more tomorrow. But that'll be a good one. That will be a good one to watch. It's Thursday. Clear your schedule. Put on a reminder. And don't miss that clash. Liverpool versus Chelsea at Anfield. All right? So, yeah. Any thoughts, guys? Any thoughts on this? Twilla is saying the Manchester derby will put the final nail in the coffin for United. No way they're catching City. Come on, guys. It's over. It's not over, but it's over. It's not over, but it's over. It is over. It is over. You see what I'm saying? It is over. So Florian Tovan is saying give Ziyech time. Ziyech need to give himself more time. There have been some things in the news where he's been saying, oh, I'm not getting no game time. I'm not getting no game time on the Tuchel. I'm sad. Okay? So when you get the time, show up. Please show up. Show up. Show up, man. Show up and shut up. Let the football do the talking. But Hakim Ziyech is a quality player, though. Ain't gonna lie about that one. So, let's move on. That was a dull one. But we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Where has Cavani been? Seems like Cavani is out injured. They need Cavani. Greenwood and Martial ain't doing it up top this season. Poor Danny van der Beek. Danny van der bench. On the bench once again. They could have sent him out for a little run out, but they didn't want to disrupt the flow of things. That's the thing. Both teams did not want to lose to each other. And another thing I have to mention before I move on, the reason why Chelsea nor Man United are on top the table and they're not challenging for the title is because their record against fellow top 6 teams have been dreadful. Too many draws, 0-0. Too many, too much negative results. Too many negative results, I should say. And 1 point apiece, that's points. Listen, I'm seeing that as points dropped more than I'm seeing it as points gained. Because it's just letting City distance themselves more and more and more from the other teams. 12 points ahead, man, I love it. I love it. City could win. City could lose 4 games and still not get caught. Because we know the other teams are going to drop points too. You see, so, and we know that's not going to happen the way we're playing right now. Knock on wood. Knock on wood more. Knock on all the wood in here. Don't want that to happen. Don't want that to happen. So the next game, man, let's talk about the Sheffield Liverpool match. We're gonna save the best for last. We're gonna save the best for last. I'm done with saving the Liverpool match for last, though, if you guys haven't realized it, because since the hope to win the title, to go back to back, has been, lost, Liverpool fans have been very scanty around these parts these days. Because I do hit people with the truth and they don't like the truth. But I'm trying not to be too harsh. You see what I mean? Let us talk about this match. I did take 1 minute. I dropped a YouTube short to talk about this game. And I think I touched on some good points during the 1 minute that I did that in. You see what? And if you don't know, YouTube Shorts is a new format of video on YouTube. It's still in beta, where you have to put shorts, hashtag shorts in the title or in the description. And it pops, you have to make it a horizontal video as well and have to keep it under 1 minute, 1 minute or less. And then it pops up in a region in your YouTube homepage. I have it, but I don't know if everybody has it. So, but I'm just dibbling and dabbling and trying new things, because the thing is, you have to try to break the monotonous nature of YouTube where for you guys as viewers, you don't want to just see preview, prediction, preview, prediction, preview, prediction, preview, prediction, preview, prediction, preview. You see what I'm saying? So I do other things, and I also have other channels that if you're interested, you could go and watch those other channels too. So you could see me in like I'm not like all, you know, being analytical and being overly critical of teams and things on those channels like I am here. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm branching out a little. So yeah. So big up Adam Sambol with the 100 Croatian dollars. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, man. Last time Chelsea and Man U played both games in the EPL with a draw was in 1921, 1922 season. 100 years ago. Crazy. Yeah. Dull game, man. Very, very dull game. So if we go back to the earlier fixture, Chelsea versus Manchester United. Let me go back. 0-0. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. What a snooze fest. What a snooze fest, man. The thing with Chelsea, man, you know, and that's why I keep saying people talk about, we're talking about, thanks, big up to Adam Sambol. Big up to you, man. Big up to Adam Sambol. You know what I mean? Appreciate you guys. Look, Yusuf Mar, listen, man. Listen, man. Yusuf Marcy, how are you doing? How are you doing, Yusuf? Are you good?
Easy as you like.
Yeah. Look here. Let us talk about this. Liverpool, Sheffield. Liverpool 2, Sheffield 0. Look, we going back on the talk of money. Before I get into the game and the nitty-gritty of the game, let's talk about the money thing. Chelsea spent a whole lot of money. Look at where they're at in the table. It's not about what you spend. It's about who you spend the money on. It's about bringing in quality signings that's going to fit your team, fit your system, and it's going to work. For Chelsea, you can't go in and play FIFA freaking 21 in real life and think, poof, it's going to work. Then you're going to have a Frank Lampard situation where, poof, he's gone. You see what I'm saying? And now Tuchel comes in, he's trying to consolidate, which means he's not going to go crazy because he cannot risk getting poof. You understand? By Abramovich. So he's taking it easy. He's not being too risky. You see what I mean? So hence the reason for these, you know, kind of this pragmatic approach. Low scoring games, a few draws here and there, a few wins here and there, because Tuchel knows what he's doing. Tuchel ain't under no pressure to win the title right now. He just have to take his time and get top 4. Yeah. Back to the money talk. People always talk about City spending money like crazy. What is this talk I'm hearing about Liverpool and FSG gonna invest 750 million into the club? What is this talk I'm hearing here? What is this money talk I'm hearing here? Okay? What is this money talk I'm hearing here? Who's being hypocritical now? Who's being hypocritical now? So to all the Liverpool fan channels out there who always talk about City and their spending, who's being hypocritical now? Who want to splash the cash too now? You see what I mean? And that is why some people can't stand me. Because I come out and talk the truth. I come out and talk, hit you with the facts. Mbappe, 750 mil, spent 200 on Mbappe. Who's throwing money at the league now? Okay, let's talk about the Sheffield United Liverpool match, because I did put out a little short video, YouTube short video on that one. But let's talk about this. Liverpool played in their green. They played in their green, and it was a green result. It was a positive result for the Reds. Ooh, good wordplay. 48-minute goal by Curtis Jones, his first of the season. Great work by Trent Alexander-Arnold to hustle, to keep the ball in, keep it alive, and great finish by Curtis Jones. Really good young player. Only 20 years old, if I'm not mistaken. He's only 20. And he was, I think, Liverpool's best player on the day. Curtis Jones. And even though I do not think that Curtis Jones is better than Foden, they are both very talented players and could be, big for England in the future. I think Foden will be a Man City legend if he decides to stay there. Curtis Jones is a Liverpudlian, so he would want to play for Liverpool for the rest of his career unless his form deserts him. You see what I'm saying? And the same for Foden. Because if you're out of form, you're not going to be around. Maybe you could play for Liverpool, but not Liverpool FC. You see what I'm saying? You see what I mean? There's another... you could play for maybe Tranmere Rovers. Yeah, local team. But not Liverpool. See? But that was a good goal, though. That was a good goal. And I think Liverpool kept it simple. They played a lot of positive football. Not too much sideways and pass back. And you know why? You can't do that. You cannot play that type of football when you have Adrian in goal, Kabak, and Phillips at the back. You cannot. So you have no choice but to play positive. Pass it forward. Look for that ball. Look for that killer pass. And it worked out. Liverpool really, they threatened. If it wasn't for Aaron Ramsdale, it could have got ugly. It could have got real ugly for Sheffield United. It could have got ugly. So you got to give it to Ramsdale, man. He made some big saves. Too many to remember. I cannot remember the specific saves, but I did watch the game. But too many saves to remember. And he did really good in the first half. But in the second half, look, man. Look. If you put the levee under a lot of pressure, eventually the levee is going to break. You see what I mean? And the levee broke. It broke, man. Broke. Good hustling by the youngsters, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Curtis Jones. And then good hustling there for Firmino, for his ball. And then, they got lucky. They got lucky with let's say, some touches that got away from Sheffield. And I'm going to say that. They did get lucky with the goal. They're not lucky goals, but they did get lucky with the goals because the deflection, the ball was going out, and it was deemed to be a Keane Bryan goal, former Man City player as well. And then the Trent Alexander-Arnold, his assist, that ball almost went out. So what if a Sheffield United player had hustled like Trent? It would have been a total different story. You see what I mean? So they got the 2 goals that I predicted them to pick up. And I think Mane did score, but that goal was disallowed. They did a lot of things right, as I mentioned. And one thing that I really like that Klopp did, he kept it simple. He played Kabak at the back. He played Phillips. And I think Kabak, there was some kind of, moments in the game where I was like, Schalke. It made me think of Schalke, This is only his second win in about 30 games too. So he's been going through a horrid time for the last year. And there was a time when, few times when the player was offside and they got beyond him, spared him, but he did some good things in the match as well. But I think he got a lot. There's a lot of work to do on Kabak. The talent is there, no doubt. A lot of work to do on him. And I think overall he had a solid game. There was a time when he ran back and got and won back the ball from, I think that was Matt Burnley, stuck out his leg and put it out for a corner. So he did some good things right. Phillips, he's good in the air, won some good aerial duels as well. And Alexander-Arnold and Robertson did their thing. They played their natural style of game, especially Trent Alexander-Arnold. Robertson did get a shot off late, blasted over in the stands. Wijnaldum was very, I liked his industry on the day. Jones, as I mentioned, the talent. He's a talent. He's the man of the match, in my opinion. Salah, Firmino, and Mane were unlucky not to get on the score sheets, but they were busy and they held their own. Firmino, of course, involved in the second goal, not being awarded to him. But Thiago, still no goals, still no assists. I know you guys are saying goals and assists don't matter, but look, man, let's just settle it right now. Let's settle it right now. He is nowhere near Kevin De Bruyne. Not even close. He ain't close. After this, oh man. Every time De Bruyne does something spectacular, the first person that come to my mind is Thiago. I'm like, oh man, I'm waiting for Thiago to do something like this. I'm waiting. People, I'm waiting. He's such a good passer of the ball. Why isn't he putting the ball in like the ball that De Bruyne put in for Ruben Diaz? I'm waiting patiently for him to do that. Patiently. But Sheffield, despite not play, they didn't have any luck. They haven't had any luck this season. And they came into the game 20th in the table. But after Christmas, they had more points than Liverpool had after Christmas. So that was something that they had for to give them that confidence to think they could actually get something from the game. And seeing that Liverpool's recent run of form was just horrible, losing 4 on the chart, losing to Brighton, Burnley. Sheffield probably thought they had a chance. And they did. They did some good things in the game, but they just couldn't finish. Matt Burnley with that great chance from the header. Ollie Burke came on and did some good things, but he just can't finish. And look, just a horrible season, man. Both Sheffield and Liverpool are having horrible seasons comparing to last season. And comparing to what they both did last season, this season is very bad. One time Sheffield was in the talk for Champions League. And then Europa League. And Liverpool ran away, literally, with the league title. And what they're doing this season, nothing near of how they were last year. Nothing at all. But as I said, Klopp, you didn't complicate things. You didn't play Milner at centre back. You didn't play Robertson at centre back. You see what I'm saying? You play defenders at centre back and it worked. Listen, I'm pretty sure if Henderson was fit and he played at centre back today, Liverpool lost the game. It didn't happen, but I could put money on it. It would have happened. Guys, also, if you haven't yet smashed that thumbs up button, make sure you hit it. Let's get the stream to 75 thumbs up. We're at 65 right now. I still have one more game to go through. But I think Sheffield played with a lot of fight. But, only one team were going to come out on top on the day. And as I predicted, it was going to be Liverpool. Liverpool fans would be happy to see Naby Keita and James Milner both back from injuries. And we didn't get to see Diego Jota. It's not fit. There were some subs on the bench. Liam Hughes, Jakob, Ojizinski. Never heard of these guys. They didn't get a chance. When you start seeing these guys on the bench, there's a problem. There's some kind of problem. When you see the bench look like this, there's a problem. You know what I mean? There's some kind of crisis going on at the club right now. Reece Williams, Nico Williams, Oxley Chamberlain, Shaqiri, Divock Origi, James Milner, Naby Keita. Listen, that bench looks like Smeagol. That bench ain't look good at all. That bench ain't look good at all, man. Seriously. You ain't winning titles with that bench. I'm going to let you know that one time. So that's why you know it's a crisis going on at Liverpool. But let's stay on the positive note here. Let's keep things positive. Good win. Could they take this win into the midweek fixture against Chelsea and continue their push? Their push. Not for the title anymore. The title is gone. Don't even think about it. It's gone. Top four, because Liverpool wouldn't want to be in the Europa Conference League next season. I'm going to put it like that. You don't want to be in the Europa Conference League next season. All right? So good game. Good win. Henderson out for the rest of the season. Gomez, Van Dijk, Fabinho probably back. Alisson wasn't in goal, and I think Adrian did a great job. He did a good job. Big up to Adrian. You know, a lot of Liverpool fans, you know, and I'm remembering a specific Liverpool fan didn't want Adrian at all. Adrian haven't been playing a lot this season because he has been kind of bad, you know. He was involved in the Aston Villa trashing too, you know, so but I think he did a good job. Alisson, his father died a few days ago, so my condolences go out to him, his family. And he didn't play the game. I thought he was going to play the game. I thought he was going to shrug it off and play the game, but his dad obviously means a lot to him, you know. Unlike some people, their dad would die and they're like, okay. Guys, I'm good. All right? I'm good. Let's go. Let's keep things going. The show must go on. But good win for Liverpool. What are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts about the game? Okay, let me see. Roshane Fraser said Thiago can't manage England League. This is why Germany is Farmers League too easy. Timo Werner have been coming out lately and saying that the Premier League, and he did say it early on in the season, but Timo Werner has been saying the league is hard. It's physical and it's very difficult. It's not like the Bundesliga. He said it. So all the Bundesliga fanboys could stay out there and talk about, the Bundesliga, blah, blah, blah. The Italian league ain't the same. La Liga ain't the same. French league ain't the same. The Premier League is the bomb. Okay? It is the bomb. That's why I talk about it so much. That's why I'm talking about it so much. So, Adam Sambol, maybe Timo, Havertz, Ziyech, Pulisic, and Chilwell need a few seasons at Chelsea to peak. I want to say a few seasons, though. You know, in modern football, you don't get a lot of chances, man. It's like you had a job. You work at a job, they're paying you, and then you're not performing. Eventually, they're going to say, you know what, man, we have to move on. We're going to try somebody else, you know. You know, we like you and all, but, you know, we're going to try somebody else. That's what, that could actually happen. You can't wait forever for the man them to peak, you know what I'm saying? See what I mean? So, look. That's that for the Liverpool game, you know. That's that. For Sheffield United, their next game is against Aston Villa Wednesday. Liverpool play Chelsea on Thursday. So, with that win, Liverpool are 6th still. They got 43 points. That's their only win in the last 5 games. And for Sheffield United, they have 1 win in their last 5 as well. They have 11 points. Mathematically, they can still survive. They have 12 games left. If they win 12 remaining games, 12 by 3, do your math, that's 36. They will end up with 47 points. Might even get Conference League with that. But Are they going to win their remaining matches? No, they're not. Another thing is, I was surprised not to see Ryan Brewster against Liverpool. Maybe that's where Chris Wilder missed the trick. Why not play him against his old team? You know what I mean? Come on, man. How freaking boring, Chris Wilder. We wanted to see Ryan Brewster against Liverpool. Maybe that was your only ticket to victory, and you freaking did not play it, Ryan Brewster. You know, it's like you have the lottery numbers and you didn't play. You're like, I have the numbers. I didn't play. Oh my God. Do you believe it? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. So look, we're going to move on to the final game today. Good win for Liverpool. You needed that win. The fans needed that. And, you know, you guys have been enduring a very, very horrible year in the Premier League. And that win could only do you some good. You know, Salah is also on top of the goal scoring charts with 17 goals. So that's another positive. I see Mane is working on his hairline. That's another positive as well. You know, a few youngsters are creeping into the bench. You know, that's a positive. Look at the positives. Curtis Jones is playing well. Look at the positives. The season is over for you in terms of the Premier League. Stop being negative. Stop going into crisis mode and start thinking about positives. Start talking about next season. Liverpool fans, start making videos about keep, sell, alone. Buy players you want to buy. These things. Start looking into the future because for this season, it's over. Big up to Dave in the chat as well. Dave, how are you doing? It is over for you this season. Sorry to say. But could Liverpool win the Champions League though? It's going to be difficult, but who knows? Who knows, man? Who knows? So look, final game today. Man City 2, West Ham United 1. Look, that was a tough game. West Ham, you had me nervous. You had me on the edge of my seat for the whole game. I was at work and I didn't do a single thing. Only in halftime until this game was done. Because I'm like, I have to watch this game. See what I mean? So from my notes, Man City made 7 changes coming into this match. He had Aguero, Ferran Torres, KDB, Zinchenko, Fernandinho, Mahrez, and Stones all starting this game from the last game. Pep just rotating his boys. And that's something that's very important too, you know. That's very important. It's how you use your squad. We know the season is hectic. We know there's a lot of fixtures, but you also have a 26 to 30 man squad. You see what I'm saying? Some teams even bigger. And you could tap into the academy. You know what I mean? So you have the squad. Only 11 of those guys can play. Only 11. So if you can't rotate and still have a quality team every week, you have a problem. You see what I'm saying? And you got to work on that problem. There's something called a transfer window. There's something called recruitment. There's something called scouting. Do it. Stop complaining. When you have injuries, that's why you have a squad. The next player, step up. Step up until the man is fit again. Or until reinforcements could come in. Stop complaining because look at what City are doing. And when I talk about the bench, when I talk about a Man City game before the match, when I see the lineup, I don't even look at the lineup. I look at the bench these days. It's the bench got me excited. It's not the team. It's not the 11. It's the bench that gets me excited. The bench. Because the bench is damn good. So 7 changes from the Gladbach game. People thought like, ooh, Gladbach are going to beat you. Ooh, Gladbach. No. Sad back. Sent back to Germany as Borussia Mönchengladbach. All right? Came into the game, 19 wins in our competition, made it 20. Put some respect on Man City, please, people. We are on the cusp. And if you're new, City is my team. We are on the cusp of winning 3 titles in 4 seasons. Unprecedented. It does not happen in England like that. Come on. This ain't Germany. This ain't France. This surely ain't Italy. Okay? It ain't Portugal. It ain't Spain. It's England. So that's a big achievement. That is a big achievement. Look, the Achilles heel for West Ham on the day, in my opinion, when I saw that Darren Randolph was in the goal, I'm like, we win. We're going to win this game. Because not having Fabianski, West Ham always struggle without Fabianski. Always. Most of the time, they struggle without Fabianski. They didn't have a midweek fixture. That's another thing you have to factor in. They came into the match the fresher other 2 teams. They were fresh. They were fresh. Another player, Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson, that game is too big for a player like Ben Johnson. He's only going to learn. He's only going to get better. But that game was too much of a big occasion for young Ben Johnson, man. I think David Moyes is a very timid, a very tame, and let's say, I don't want to be too harsh, but he needs to be a bit more ruthless, man. You listen to a David Moyes interview, it is scary. See what I'm saying? He looks kind of scary, to be honest. To be respectfully honest, he looks kind of scary. He's like got a lot of, for real though. It seems like he stresses a lot. Like I don't know what's going on with David Moyes though. And he's in the top 4 right now. And he's talking about if we get top 10, we will be happy with that. No! Don't be happy with top 10. Be happy with top 4 or top 6. Get Europe for West Ham. West Ham wants that. They want that. Okay? That's what they want. I think there's a start. I think, when was the last time West Ham was in the top 4? I think it's in 1984 or something like that. They never played in the Champions League. Get West Ham in the Champions League, David Moyes. God damn. You're overachieving. That's what you should say. We're overachieving and we're happy. Don't be telling me about no top 10. I want to hear about no top 10. Listen, if I'm the owner, I sack you for that. Seriously. For telling me about top 10 when you're top 4. Try to get the top 4, okay? Seriously, man. So I think Ben Johnson was a weak point. I spotted it early on in the freaking game. He kept giving the ball away. And it was just one of their weakest spots. It was Thomas Schusek's 26th birthday as well. And he is the king of the kilometers. He has covered the most ground in the Premier League this season. So big up to Thomas Schusek. The threat of Schusek was well dealt with on the day as well. So you got to give City, that as well. You know what I mean? But look, Man City started with the ball, a lot of the ball. But West Ham did play themselves back in the game, and they had a good sequence where they looked very threatening, especially with that man, Mikel Antonio, man. This guy is so scary, man. This guy is big, he's physical, he's strong, and he got some skills. And he's fast. How fast is Mikel Antonio? God, Mikel Antonio is so fast, Kyle Walker cannot catch him. That's how fast this guy is. That's good. Look, I've been seeing, and I've talked about the story of him switching to Jamaica. Yo, that'll be a big boost for Jamaica, man. Big boost. But something weird happened in this game. The 25 minutes went by, and Man City didn't take a single shot at goal. Got to give credit to West Ham. They were compact. They were pressing very, very well. And they didn't allow Man City to do their thing in the final third. It was just back passing, sideways movement for City, having a lot of the ball, not being very effective. 25 minutes, no shots. But. That was a stat that soon changed. There was a corner. Ruben Diaz Stones came up for the corner. And I don't know why they still stayed up. But they did. And what a ball, man. What a ball. Right on the money by Kevin De Bruyne. Jesus Christ. What a ball. Kevin De Bruyne, man. Listen, man. Listen. Somebody just give Kevin De Bruyne a Ballon d'Or or something. Because that was amazing. That was amazing. It was like nothing in the game. It was just nothing. And then out of the blue, bam! City just sparked to life. What a header by Ruben Diaz. That's a spectacular header, man. Picturesque. Picturesque. Aesthetically pleasing. First goal for the club. What a signing. What a signing. Listen, man. Listen. Just give Ruben Diaz the PFA Player of the Year award already. Just give it to him. Give it to him, man. Just take it, give it to him. I know Bruno Fernandes is a good contender for that too, but give it to Ruben Diaz. He's going to win the title in his first season. And Ruben Diaz and John Stones scored both goals in this game. And they have scored more goals than they have conceded while playing together as the centre-back pairing. That is crazy. Listen, that's crazy. Look, that's amazing. That is amazing, man. That is amazing. That is amazing. So look, after going behind, West Ham kept themselves in the game though. 39th minute. I have my notes written down because I'm like, listen, I'm going to come and I'm going to analyze this game properly. Lingard. Jesse Lingard was a menace in this game. I don't know what he has to prove. I don't know who he's trying to impress, but he's been impressive. He's been damn good. Lingardinho has been awesome. Glad he didn't score against us, seeing that he's a Man United loanee and all. But Mikel Antonio had a great chance, but he scuffed up the shot and put it wide. Look, I was like, oh my God. That almost nestled in the back of the net. That was a good one. That was a good one. Decent spell for West Ham just before the halftime break there. And then they followed it up by leveling. They leveled it. Who? Mikel Antonio, set up by Lingard. That was a good goal. Well timed. And Mikel Antonio at the far post for the tap-in. They had City's defense in a whole lot of bother. They put us in a spot of bother, I should say. And they pick up a well-deserved goal. Well-deserved goal. It wasn't against the runner play or anything because West Ham had a really good period there. And they shocked us. They shocked us. They caught us off guard. I was like, ooh, damn. Ooh, boy. Seems like we're going to drop some points today. 1-1 at halftime. But I don't know what David Moyes told them in the dressing room, though. That could have actually, messed things up. I really don't know. Seriously, don't know. But look, for the first, let's say, 15 minutes of the second half, it was uneventful. Nothing really happened. City was trying to get Aguero in the game as much as possible, but it's nice to see him back in the team. He started the game, but the team plays different with Aguero. Way, way different. Aguero lacks the industry of Gabriel Jesus. So Pep was, you know what, man, Aguero, just, good that you came back from injury and you're involved again. Come off. Gabby Jesus came on and it changed the game again. Changed the game again. You see what I mean? It just changed up the game. And look, I got to give it to Zinchenko because I think on the day, Aguero and Zinchenko were the weakest links. But in the second half, I think Zinchenko really played himself back in the match. I think he was kind of poor in the first half, to be honest. But he played himself back in the game. Big time, man. Big time. There was also another change. That affected the goal. The Gabriel Jesus change for Aguero and the Phil Foden change for Ferran Torres, who was also absent from that game. Absent. Aguero, Ferran and Zinchenko, not the best games for them. Not the best games. But also, these are players who didn't play in the midweek fixture. They didn't start. So, you know, they get in their first start in a few games, and not with the exception of Zinchenko, who has been starting a lot. But Ferran Torres needs more work. He's a raw talent. He's only 20. He needs a lot of work. He needs more work. He needs to refine his game. And the longer he plays under Pep Guardiola and around guys like Raheem Sterling, Kevin De Bruyne, Mahrez, Aguero, Jesus, it will rub off on the young Spaniard. But I think he was handled very, very well in this game, man. You know, every time he got on the ball, he tried to do something with it. It just didn't work out for him. But Foden coming on was indeed a breath of fresh air. It just felt good. When he came on, I was like, okay, Big Philly style on the field, man. Big Philly style on the field. Things are going to happen. And things did happen. Things did happen. Corner, recycled. They dealt with it, recycled. Zinchenko to Mahrez. Really, really good ball. Mahrez running towards the byline there. And hitting it back. That always catch defenses, you know, on their back foot. Because when Mahrez run to the byline and he stop and pull it back, it then shifts the defense that way, shifts the focus towards the ball. So they're not worrying about the runners or the guys putting themselves in a good position to score. They're thinking about Mahrez with the ball. How can we get this ball away from Mahrez? We know Mahrez is very devilish on the left foot and the pullback. Picks out who? John Stones. Why is John Stones so far up the field, you may ask? You see what I mean? And what a finish. I felt so good. I wanted us to score a third. We had a few more breakaways that we couldn't capitalize on. But yo, that second goal felt good. Rodri came on for Gundogan late. That was a good substitution made by Pep. You see he's thinking. You see he's managing the game properly. And we end up winning. But it was close. That Issa Diop chance at the back end of the game there, the last play of the game. Oh, man. If that had crept in the far post, oh, man, I would have lost my mind. But good game, man. Good game. Well played, West Ham. I think they were a worthy opponent, and the fact that they are the fourth speaks volume of the way they have been performing this season. They picked up a draw against us early on this season. They just came off of an impressive win against Tottenham Hotspur, and respect to West Ham United. Respect, nothing but respect. Declan Rice, I think he's a big one for the future, and look, they will only learn from these things. They will just get better and better. But they have to keep this team together. I think Kufal had a great game. Craig Dawson, he was, you know, a warrior at the back as well. And look, Lingard and Antonio, they were the threat. Plus, when West Ham could bring a Ben Rama, a Jared Bowen off the bench and create a lot of havoc in at the back end of the game there, this is no team. This ain't no team to play with. So, I don't think they're top four right now by fluke. Not at all. So that's my thoughts. That's my analysis of the Man City West Ham game. I didn't do an in-depth analysis yesterday. I only put out a short with keeping in mind that I am going to go live. You see what I'm saying? So if you want to get a more in-depth analysis, come and watch the live streams. Come and hear what I have to say. Chat with the people in the comments. Hear what they have to say as well. And let's just continue to build this community, because I ain't going nowhere, man. I've been doing this 4 years now. Next week we'll make 4 years. I ain't going nowhere. You see what I mean? Once football keeps playing, I'm going to come back with the live streams. I'm going to drop the videos. This is what YouTube is all about. YouTube is all about you. You see what I'm saying? Sharing the experience. But it has grown into something else where people are getting crazy. You see what I'm saying? Keep it simple. As simple as you can. That's what I've been doing. Want to give you a good product, good audio, good video, but at the same time, stick to the fundamentals. You see what I mean? You ain't got to get too carried away here. So appreciate it, everybody. Appreciate everybody who came by. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button for the stream. 2 hours, 19 minutes. God damn, I didn't realize I went 2 hours already. But look, it was fun. It was fun sometimes, to be honest. I must say, after coming off of work from an 8-hour day, hard work day, sometimes it's hard finding the motivation to come back and do these. But when I see you guys show up for the stream, you know, we have 60 plus people in here today, 70 people. It's good. You see what I mean? It's not a big crowd, but it's a good crowd. How many people out there would be happy to have 60, 70 people in their live streams? A lot of people. You see what I'm saying? So, got to be appreciative of everything you got going for you. Everything. Because look, at the end of the day, my channel is very versatile. When the summer comes, I'll be covering football tournaments. It's not about Man City or Liverpool or Chelsea or Man United. It's the global sport of football that we all love. Okay? That's one thing we have in common. All right? So as Thriller says, round of applause for the consistency. Big up to everybody who came through today. We have B2K Julian, Liam Fife in the house, Dupe, Steve, the Asian Sensational FC, Roshane Frazier, Bayern Fan. No FIFA stream tonight, bro. Cairo Weller. We have Abdullah Karoma. Liverpool fans out of their caves today after win against lowly Sheffield United. You all right about that? You all right? We are right. Lamar Soot, Roshane Fraser, we're living rent-free in your head. Look. Let me address something about the rent-free thing. Liverpool fans love to come on this channel and say, oh, Liverpool are living rent-free in your head, Dom. Man City lives rent-free in Liverpool fans' head. Klopp said, all the players, Man City, every time they go out to play, they think about City. Okay? Every time they gain a point or lose points or not gain any points, they think about City. Because at the end of the day, you have to look back at the table. Where we at on the table? Oh, where we at on the table? You know this. You know who's on top of the table. So City, therefore, lives rent-free in people's heads. Not only Liverpool fans, everybody's head. Because, look, nobody's going to remember who came second, who came third, fourth, no, fifth. Liverpool are sixth right now, right? Nobody's going to remember nothing. Yeah, people might remember that Liverpool won the title last season and then placed sixth up the next season. They remember that. You see what I'm saying? But once you win the title, nobody's going to forget that. Oh, wait. Who placed ninth in the 2021-22 season? Or the 2020-21 season? Who placed ninth? Yo, to tell you the truth, I can't remember, you know. Whoa, by the way, who won that title? City. See? So guys, look, man. Look. Thanks to everybody who came out today. Thanks to, you know, all the members. Anybody who super chatted, thank you. New member as well today. Thank you very much. And also, guys, consider becoming a member by hitting the join button. Like the video. Don't forget, you could always check out cardsplug.com if you want to get one of those lovely football cards you see on the wall there. All the links will be in the description box. Could use the coupon code Dominic Rich FC to get yourself 15% off your order. I think I still have a 15% discount code, you know. So treat yourself or treat, you know, a loved one or a friend. All right? Just doing a little promo. You see what I'm saying? It's business as usual. And it was great to be back, and I'll be back tomorrow. So let me not waste my voice on, you know, the stream anymore. I did good. I think I did good. All right? So round of applause. Take a time right now. Put your phones down and just give your boy Dominic Rich a round of applause. Come on. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So, guys, from your boy Dominic Rich, until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.